What up? It's Josh coming at you live from California. We have a bunch of crap that we need to get out to everybody. And rather than typing up a 50-page text message, I just want to do a quick little podcast. This is something I wanted to do anyways because there's a lot of you that deserve some props. And a lot of you guys have done really well year to date, summer to date, month to date. And so we wanted to give some shout outs. We also have a few incentives that are going to be culminating over the next few weeks. And I wanted to cover some of those details just so there's no confusion on any of those. First of all, we have a raffle incentive which is going to be coming together this week. This is a corporate incentive. I'm going to read it. This week, anyone can be a winner. Each completed install this week will earn you a raffle ticket. Also, anyone who commits to a muscle week or muscle day, working 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. will get an additional 2 tickets per day that they work 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., as well as getting 3 times as many tickets per install on that day. So, for example, if a rep works on a Monday, they work a normal 2 to 9, they get 1 install, they get 1 raffle ticket. On Tuesday, they work a hell day or a muscle day or whatever you want to call it from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. They're going to get 2 tickets for working that hell day, whether they install any or not, and then 3 raffle tickets for every install they get on that day. So let's say they installed 2, they would have 8 total tickets. The raffle will be held July 30th, and the prizes are as follows. First prize is a custom Kicker 5150 motorcycle. It's a road bike, sweet little bike. You wouldn't call it a chopper, but it's a road bike, but it's custom. They're sweet. Second place is a season pass of golfing or of skiing, which would be very much appreciated for those of you who live in Utah in the wintertime. Third place is a cruise flight, so a flight to the cruise or a set of golf clubs. So that's a $300-400 prize. Also, we have an office. Each office at Vision is going to be submitting their goals for the month of August. If we accomplish that goal, then at the year-round party in September, every rep in the North Coast team will receive a custom pair of shoes. We also, and I know you guys are really excited about these tournaments, but we also have a tournament which is going to be starting next week. I know you guys take this stuff very seriously, as you should. The tournament, it's looking like it's going to start either Wednesday or Thursday. Monday and Tuesday are just going to be seeding for the bracket, as well as they're going to somehow calculate year-to-date totals. Take those tournaments very seriously. Those are always our biggest weeks, our biggest days. Also, we have a few summer to date incentives, which are going to be wrapping up here, obviously at the end of August. The top rep for the Range Rover is Matt Richardson. That's based off of V-score, and I think he's at a 262 V-score, which is phenomenal. He's not only selling a lot of accounts, but he's putting in high-quality accounts, getting a lot of production there. Second place for that is Anzac Keehan, and he's only 2 points off of it, so he's nipping at his heels. The top first-year rep, we don't have any reps in the North Coast team that are in the running for the top first-year rep. Audi, I think it's the Audi. I don't know which car, but Audi incentive, and then also the top office. So, other than that, I don't think there's any other incentives that I'm aware of. I'll get the details on the tournament on the conference call on Monday. We can do another podcast or send those out via email. The main reason I wanted to do this is because, once again, there's a lot of you guys that deserve some props, especially those of you who are outside of California. Brad Leaflang's sitting at 260 installs. And the most the most I've ever sold in the summer was 187, and I felt like I sold everyone I talked to. It was a long, hard summer. And Brad's going to blow my production out of the water. He's also going to blow his best year-to-date production out of the water. His best year was last year, and that was like 180 or 190. So Brad on pace to hit 300 with 6 weeks left, is in a great position. Props to Brad. Also, Jesse Crosby, who runs the Sacramento team, is at 167 installs. Ken, who's a first-year reps, at 118. Chris Peterson, who's had the chance to work with Chris for years. Chris is on pace to have his best year ever. Props to Chris. He's at 114 installs with 6 weeks left. Kevin is at 91 installs. He was a first-year rep as well. Mike Claywine's at 83. Chad Robinson's at 81. Derek Britton is at 67 installs. Ryan Robinson's at 57 installs. Brady is at 50 installs. Jason Cook's at 49 installs. Blake Carling, Andy Nelson, and Aaron Oswald are all basically tied at between 40 and 39 installs. So it'll be interesting to see who separates from the pack, leads the field. Michael Austin, who just barely started, is at 23 installs, and Pavel German's at 17. Brad Leafang led the team with 10 installs last week. Mike Austin, James Barsdorf, and Jesse Crosby were all tied for 5 installs. Also, James, this was James's first week with us. James has been selling Dish for years. We've been working on trying to recruit James for quite some time, and we finally got him. He finally saw the light. So James, welcome to the team. We look forward to some big things from you. Is there anything else? Extension. A lot of you guys are starting to ask about how extension works. I haven't got the details from corporate yet. We'd assume that it's similar to years past. As long as you're in an area where we have something set up as far as technicians, you guys shouldn't have any reason to not be able to sell during extension. I haven't got the details on how production will count and what it will count for or any of that. As soon as I get that, I can relay that to you. However, I do know that the cutoff is August 30th, and they're sticking to that, or the end of August. And that's where we'll wrap this up. I've done this for a long time, and it's not. I have a lot of sympathy for what you guys are going through. Many of you guys have been doing this since April, March, and this is a very difficult job, and it's very, very, very hard, especially right here at the end. And it's just hard on you mentally. This is the last 5 miles of a marathon, and it's this is where everything counts though as well. The money we make in August, because many of you, if you wrapped up your numbers right now and you finished the year off and you were done, you'd have a decent amount of income. But whatever you sell in the next 6 months, you increase the level where you're at on your own production, but also on every sale that you've sold year to date. And so when you add that up, those two variables make a world of difference. In many cases, doubling your complete income for the year just in 6 weeks. So these 6 weeks make all the difference as far as production. They make a huge difference on this is where we earn our back ends. And I understand, once again, I have a lot of sympathy. This is very difficult. Push yourself, stay strong. And I promise that the years that I always look back with the best feeling, the least amount of regrets, are the years where I just bust it in August. The harder you work in August, the better you'll look back on this experience, the better you'll feel about it. And I've got a quick audio clip that I'm going to send out to you guys as well along those lines, just a motivational YouTube clip, just because you guys like it so much. And I'll close with a quote. Rob Harris read this morning on our conference call, and I thought it was very applicable. I think that is an immutable law in business that words are words, explanations are explanations, promises are promises, but only performance is reality. And that's by Harold Gein. And so this is where the rubber hits the road. This is where performance counts. This is what we're accountable for. Nothing we say matters. It all comes down to what we do, what we accomplish, what our teams accomplish. So props, hats off to you guys. For those of you who are on pace to have your best years, best months, best weeks. And we'll see you guys next week. Hasta luego.